Welcome everyone, week 2 of Daily Advanced Madden. So happy you're along for the ride. Lot of action coming your way. All 16 games were played and we have highlights from each and every one. Before we jump into those, we're going to take a look back at week 1 and who earned your highlight of the night. Coming in third place from the Cincinnati Bengals, it's Kyle Pitts with just a devastating truck stick, and he's off to the end zone. Now in second place, it's Grand Marquis and his Packers. Great pass up the sidelines, and look at Brevin Jordan bouncing off all the would-be tacklers into the end zone. Uh-oh, kickoff. You better squib Tommy in the future, because you just know he's good for at least one a game. And just watch him find the holes, the seams, tight little spaces. But he finds his way, another 7 for his prolific returner. Picking up right where he left off, Tommy Two Beers with the highlight of the night. Impressive kick return. Man does it week in, week out. People in the chat wondering, how does he do it? Incredible job by Tommy Two Beers. First stop, we have an all AFC North matchup. It's going to be CJ Reigns and his Brown taking on Matt Cole and the Ravens. Picking up the action, 7-0 Ravens. Going to be the Browns with the ball. Rolls out and gets hit as he crosses the line, and it's going to be the free safety of the Ravens shaking off everybody. Nobody's going to catch him at this point, and the Ravens are going to go up 14-0 in the ball game. Browns with the ball coming back. It's going to be a great read by the Browns. Quick little screen pass to, yes, Calvin Carmichael. This is what he looks like. 6'8" down the sidelines. Big fella, you might want to step in a little bit. I'd be scared, a little suction animation towards the sidelines, but it works out. Now Lamar Jackson back to pass over the top. Perfect pass lead. Didn't need it though, because let's face it, man was absolutely naked down the field. That's 21-7 for the Ravens. Lamar dropping back in the pocket. Gorgeous dot on the corner route. That'd make it 28-7 at that point. Browns back at the helm. Under center, calling out plays. I'm guessing he's probably going to look for Calvin Carmichael. Lets it go over the top, and it's the big fella, 6'8". A little bit of Calvin Johnson, a little bit of Harold Carmichael. A lot of touchdown on that one. Cole coming out on top in this one. Make the final 35-14 for the Ravens. Port City Baller and his Dallas Cowboys visiting the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on Playing With You. Now, we don't have any of the Eagles highlights. I pray I didn't miss them. Now here, Prescott finds this man over the middle. Big touchdown, and it's 7-0 for the Cowboys. Now Jalen Hurts in the gun, gonna drop back, looks over to his left. And the linebacker, Willis, cuts underneath it. Little foot race to the end zone. He's going to win that, and it's 14-0 Cowboys at that point. Fast forward 28-14, and watch these moves to the end zone. Impressive performance by the Cowboys. Make the final 42-21. Next up, Beast Dog DZ and his Atlanta Falcons in to take on Sith and the Bengals. Nothing opening quarter. It's going to be the Falcons with the ball. Looking deep for Julio, who gets behind Bates, and easy 7 for the Falcons. Now second quarter, 6:27 on the clock. Going to be a pitch to Gainwell up the left-hand side, and that's the right call. Great blocking, and he's into the end zone. We've got a tied ball game at 7. Fast forward, after a Falcons field goal, it's 10-7. And a big interception. What a play. Big lurk by Sith to keep himself within 3. Unable to score on his drive. The Falcons get the ball back. 10-all. Little screen pass on the orbit. And it's going to be a 17-10 lead for the Falcons. Now in the Wildcat, it's Ridley. He's got Julio in motion. He decides to keep it. What blocking on the outside. My goodness. The Falcons defense coming up with 5 turnovers. The difference in this one, Falcons go into Cincinnati and pick up the victory. King X21 and his New Orleans Saints into Pittsburgh to take on Beast Mode and the Steelers. First quarter, 7-0 Steelers already. Warner back to pass, has a man over the top, and what a play by the Saints secondary, catching up, big time closing speed, and swats that one away. Now 25-13 for the Saints at this point, late in the ball game, going over the middle, and whoop, makes a man miss, and he's into the end zone. Now closing out the game, 31-13 Saints. Pittsburgh goes for one more pass. Could be a tip drill and picked. Big win for the Saints in this one. Make the final 31-13. In an NFC North matchup, it's Grand Marquis and the Packers into Minnesota to take on K-Mac 33 and the Vikings. Opening drive of the ball game, 2:40 left in the first quarter. This is a long drive. Now has a corner and a streak, and the corner does not run much of a corner. Almost chucks the defender into the middle of the field, and that's going to be a pick on the streak by Grand Marquis and the Packers, ending the Vikings' hopes on that drive. Now here, 7-0 Pack, and back in the end zone, little dot from Danny Dimes. It's going to be 7 all at that point. Now 2:30 left in the second quarter. Aaron Rodgers in the pistol, looks out to his right, and just a gorgeous dot to McCole Hardman at the front pylon. It's going to be a 14-7 lead for the Pack. The Vikings come back down, 10 seconds left in the half, looking to draw even. And it's Dalvin Cook up the middle for 7, 14 all ball game at the end of the half. Now third quarter, different story. A new Packers team comes out, just absolute dot. You don't want to leave Michael Kendricks on McCole Hardman too often. That's a bad matchup. That'll never pay your bills. Now fast forward, 42-14. Packers all over the Vikings. That's going to be a safety. Packers absolutely exploding in the second half. Make the final 44-14 for Grand Marquis. J-Rock and his Colts into Kansas City to take on Connor, and I would say his new look Chiefs, but do they ever look the same? Here we are, we're going to figure out who's the quarterback for the Chiefs this week. It looks like it's Deshaun Watson. Who knows, maybe he'll sign him to a long-term deal and he'll stay there for a little while. Screen pass, who's the quarterback? This week it's Zeke Elliott. Great job by Zeke, filling in for Aaron Jones, who only had 296 yards in week 1, so they had to move on from the character. Gorgeous dot back of the end zone. Great job by Connor. It's 29-14 for the Chiefs. 20 seconds left to go. Trey Lance rolls to his right, lets it go down the field, and nice little toe tap interception up the sideline. Connor picking up a big home victory versus the Colts. Final 29-14. Former Super Bowl champions meeting in New York. It's Zona's Chargers taking on Starboy's Jets. Nothing ball game. It's gonna be the Chargers with the ball, dropping back to pass. Lets it go early, and what a great dot to Keenan Allen over the top on a corner route. Now Eckler gonna run it just a little up the right hand side, keeps it up the middle and finds a gap, and it's 14-13 for the Chargers. And Trevor Lawrence back to pass, moves to his right, and great play by the Chargers secondary. He's going to get this ball past midfield, and it's not going to end in too many points, as the next time we check in, it's a 20-17 lead for the Jets. Herbert lets it go, getting naked on the corner route up the left-hand side. And it's going to be the lead to the Chargers, 27-20. Handoff to Eckler, finds the gap. Nobody's going to catch him. Pretty sweet move there to keep everybody at bay. Great performance in this one by Zona. Tight finish, 34-27. Chargers. Joey's Lions into Miami to take on J-Lou's Dolphins. Picking up the action, 7-0 Dolphins. Gonna be the Lions dropping back to pass. Absolute dot and a great click on by Joey. He's gonna even the ball game at 7 with that great long scoring play. And Thomas Rogers back at it again in the pistol formation. Little play action, and what a dot over the middle of the field, and the Lions are going to take a 14-7 lead, except they missed the extra point. It's only 13-7. And to make matters worse, going over the middle of the field, picked by the Dolphins, Tua, who is on the block, by the way, at the time of filming this. It's now a 14-13 lead for the Dolphins. Now, Lions, Thomas Rogers, 3 seconds left to go. What's he gonna do? There's prevent defense. Unbelievably, a 2-second play to get into range, and with a 7-mile-an-hour wind, can he drill it from 52? Yes, he can, and it's going to be a 2-point lead for the Lions at the half, and picking things up now, 28-16 for the Dolphins, and you guys don't even realize what an incredible user play that was by Joey. I've said that once before, and it was about Joey as well. You just have to see the start of the play to appreciate it. We never do this, but let's just take a look. Watch Joey's user. Just watch Joey's user. Absolutely brilliant. Needed to start early and be perfect. You hesitate on that, you're not getting to it. Great play by Joey. So picking it up, 28-13, made a ball game of it. With a score here, it could be his ball game, but underthrown. It's going to be a Dolphins interception, and that's how this will end. A big Week 2 victory for the Dolphins, making the final 28-23 in Miami. Ever so consistent, Ryan and his Seahawks into Arizona to take on Tommy Two Beers, the human highlight reel. Nothing ball game, and we are early, and Zamir White coming out to play, finds the corner, and absolutely nobody's gonna catch him. What a run up the sidelines. 7-0 Seahawks. Now next possession, why not hand it to Zamir, and up the middle, and the man not even making people miss, just using his legs. What phenomenal speed, gets to the boundary. Another 7 for the Seahawks. Now next possession, Tommy and the Cardinals. Teddy gonna be dropping back to pass on a 3rd and 9, and what a gorgeous play using the middle of the field! And he plows in for the 7. It's a 14-7 score. At this point, Teddy taking over yet again. This time, unbelievable catch by the Seattle secondary. Gets up, nobody touches him, off to the races. And that type of day would make it 35-7. On the ensuing kickoff, they must have squibbed him. Otherwise, Tommy'd be cribbing that stuff for sure. Rumor is Ryan squibbed him all day to keep him off the highlight reel, but here we are. A little stretch to the right. It's going to be Zamir White one more time. Just a phenomenal day into the end zone. He goes for another Seahawks score. Now Teddy, 42-7 deficit, needs some scores and needs them in a hurry. Hands it off to Hawkins, and shades of Zamir just hits the sideline. No one gonna catch him. And it's gonna be a quick 7 for the Cardinals. And fast forward, Cardinals with the ball again, and it's gonna be Teddy. Look at this gorgeous touch pass. Drops it in over the top. No one can catch him. And it's gonna be a touchdown for Isabella. Turnovers, the difference in this one. Seahawks going into Arizona, getting the victory. Miller's Niners hitting the road to Denver to take on Javon and his Broncos. 13-6 Niners, where we pick it up. Zach Wilson rolls a little left, throws a little right, and it's going to be a lot of George Kittle into the end zone. 27 all ball game, right near the half, and this is a big turning point in the game. Long dot to get up 7, and somehow, some way, let's take a look at this little sequence. It's going to be the Niners going over, making the interception. Remember, we had a tied ball game 10 seconds ago. Now, interception, 38 seconds left on the clock, and it's going to be Zach Wilson, rolls right, is able to playmaker his guy up the field. What? Making people miss. He's into the end zone. Keep in mind, this is all the final minute of the half. They have the ball again. Zach Wilson to Deebo Samuel over the top. PA flood, watch for it when there's 10 seconds left in the half. Very effective play, getting over top a man too, so you can have a cover 2 man. It's not the shell you need. 48-27. Miller looking to ice it, finds Kittle over the top, and that's ball game. Niners with a pass-heavy offense on this day, 465 yards in the air, getting the victory in Denver. After a phenomenal offseason and a great week 1, what does JJ Bands and his Bills have in store for 4-1-2 Jags as they visit in Jacksonville? 7-0 Bills already. Jags with the ball. It's going to be a handoff to the right, and it's Maurice Jones-Sproles and I'm so happy that he's on the Jags, as if he found his way home. Maurice Jones-Drew, Darren Sproles, a little combo, and here he is, big 7 for 4-1-2's Jags. Now, Bills with the ball. It's going to be Josh Allen calling out directions, and he's gonna find the end zone himself. Unbelievable job using his legs for the 7. 21-16 at this point. Now Fields probably had no idea that play action animation was gonna pull him so hard one way. Tries to go back the other, too late. Big interception for the Bills. Still 21-16 at this point. Bills with the ball. Josh Allen rolls to his left, scouts a field, finds his man, and he picks up and gets into the end zone. 28-16 for the Bills. Now Fields drops back, looking way over the top. It's DJ Chark with a big 7 for the Jags. It's 28-23, 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. Josh Allen, play action, finds a man in the flats, and it's Gurley plowing his way into the end zone. It's 35-23, $1.43. Fields needs a quick score, and that's exactly what he gets on the corner route. 35-30, 101 remaining. Allen looking to ice it, rolls to his right, looks down the field, and it's the Jags secondary, but that's as close as they would come in this one. The yards were identical in this one, 377 apiece. Tight ball game, Bills coming out on top with a huge victory. You know the AFC South is going to be wild all season long. It's Blitz's Texans into Ustopable's Titans, Week 2 action. 14-0 Ustopable's Titans with the lead, 3 minutes left in the second quarter. It's going to be a gorgeous dot over the middle by the Texans, making it a 14-7 game. Now Titans with ball. Going to be a handoff to the king, Derrick Henry. What a stiff arm. Jumps over a man and has the speed to boot. Nobody's going to catch him. That'll make it a 21-7 lead for the Titans at that point. Fast forward, 21-10. Texans back to pass, but covering that corner flats is the Titans secondary, and oh my goodness, what a job getting through the gap, returning it for a big 7 points for the Titans. Now, 28-10, Texans needing a score, looking down the field, and in a cluster of 3 is like magic. Who's coming out with the ball? And it's another 7 for the Texans. On the strength of 3 turnovers, Ustopable's Titans picking up the win in Tennessee. It's King Cube's Las Vegas Raiders into New England to take on the red-hot Patriots and keys to the city. Nothing. It's the Vegas Raiders on defense, looking to send all sorts of heat. Gorgeous play by Keys to the City with a little route to the fullback, flipping it out there absolutely naked for 7, and great job on the Vegas drive, responding with a great pass over the middle. Now 14-7, Keys to the City with the ball, rolls out, and what a job making a miss. It's gonna be a house call, 21-7 at this point. King Cube and his Vegas Raiders back at the helm, looking over right down the middle, and a big touchdown to make it 21-14. Now, nobody likes to be on their 1-yard line. How are we going to get out of this? They're not going to get out of this. Big safety for the Raiders, and on offense, can they respond? An errant throw, and that's the last place you want to have an errant throw, to the flats. Nobody in between, and it's going to be a house call. Big score for the Patriots. Now 28-16, Vegas needing to score to stay in this one, and has great coverage, a deep curl flat. Gets up, gets some more yards, leaves them in great position, and it's De'Aaron King one more time. Gorgeous corner route. That'll seal it. Patriots picking up the win in this one, make the final 35-16. You can count on some highlights and usually a tight finish. Always a great ball game when it's oh yeah next Giants taking on Mic Drop's Washington football team. What a way to start a ball game. Nothing. Mahomes at the helm, hits a man on the left-hand side, and wait for it, what a job sneaking through everybody. It's going to be a quick 7 for oh yeah next, holding the ball up to the end zone. Mahomes again, up 7, rolls right, looking like he's going to the end zone himself, and it's 14-0 for the Giants late in the second quarter. Washington next to no time on the clock, 9 seconds. This is some hard work to make anything happen, but what does he do? He finds McLaurin on the post route, and that is going to be a big 7 for the Washington football team to close out the half. Note to self, don't call quarters 3 deep man. That glitches out. I've seen it so many times, they let it in, and speaking of glitching out, nothing glitchy about this. Just some power by the football team up the middle, tying the ball game at 14. 4 minutes left. It's going to be Nick Chubb finding the gap, squeaking through, and it's 21-14. Now Washington has the ball, looking for a reply late in the fourth quarter. This is a big drive. Now rolls right, has time, looks down the field, scouts it, gorgeous job, and woo, I love it when you put him on skates, bounces off a would-be tackler into the end zone. Just a gorgeous play by Mic Drops. Now 4 seconds left in the rain, 8-mile-an-hour wind. Now, it's not a 58-yarder, but this is tough. He had to be pure, and what a job by Oh Yeah Next. They did not disappoint. Make the final 24-21. Oh Yeah Next Giants sneaking out the victory. It's the Super Bowl champion, Timmy and his Panthers, going into Chicago to take on My Jumper is Green and his Chicago Bears. 14-7 for the Bears, so coming out great against the Super Bowl champions, and what a job looking to the corner of the end zone, improvising, buying time. It was Cole Kmet picking up the big touchdown. Now here, on a post route, gets behind everybody, DJ Moore, phenomenal score, and I guess trying to chew as much clock as he can, fearing what the Bears offense might be doing late in the half. And here are the Bears late in the half. Looks over the top, and the fear is real. What a job. I see the respect on the clock and why you'd want to chew it. Gave him next to no time, but didn't matter. My Jumper is Green in with the score, and the Panthers bouncing right back with a score of their own. Now down 28-21. Time for some Christian McCaffrey. Gets to the outside. This could be a long haul for CMC. And we're tied at 28 late in the third quarter. Now Bears with the ball in this tied ball game, and what a job on 4th and 1 by the Panthers defense, standing tall, getting the ball back to Kyler Murray, who gorgeous dot just inside the goal line for DJ Moore. Now 35-28, Bears needing a score, hits the corner route at the back pylon. Now these guys should be fine. What happened on the 2-point conversion? We're going to make a new rule about daily clips. You'll see. Great to see the cameras out in Chicago. What a final, 35-14. Panthers hanging on for the win. It's Sham and his Tampa Bay Bucks hosting the LA Rams, and Snap Crackle hoping there's some pop in his bat as he visits Tampa Bay. 7-0 Bucks, where we pick this one up. Gorgeous drive by the Rams, and gonna step up and find JJ's user. What a job. Sham stepping up and takes it as deep as he can with the big man, hauled down by the speedy Cam Akers. Now here, may as well hand it off to the speedy Cam Akers, who apparently is pretty agile too. What a gorgeous job getting into the end zone. 7 all at this point. Now, fast forward, 10-7 for the Rams. Is Coleman behind center, dropping back, scouting, looking, goes over the top, finds Scotty Miller, who turns on the Jets, is able to make a man miss and gets inside the pylon for a 7-point score for the Bucks. Now 28-23. Bucs with the ball. Gonna be a handoff to the left. Finds a seam and so steady. This is gonna be a tight race with these speedy defenders. Great job, like a gazelle. Najee Harris just finding his way to the end zone on a pretty neat camera angle as well. Now, Rams needing a score. He goes 5 wide, steps up, and this time he's going to find his own receiver for a big 7. Great showing for the Rams, but the Bucs end up on top, 35-30 from Tampa. Some great performances around the league. Let's see who made it as the top performers in our Players of the Week. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Zamir White, 274 rushing yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. It's going to be Shaquille Griffin with 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown. And in the AFC Offensive Player of the Week, JJ Bands, Josh Allen, 355 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Just a great day for the Bills. Defensive Player of the Week, Kyle Duggar, 5 tackles and 3 interceptions. It's that time. We're going to look at this week's nominees for Highlight of the Night. We have representatives from the Titans, the Giants, the football team, and the Rams. Let's get to it.
Plays that they have not been doing so far.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mahomes firing complete.
Tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Burrow, flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Evades the tackler and now some space. Touchdown!
A lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
4 amazing highlights to choose from. Please leave your vote in the comments section below. Now, for our question of the day. Do you think that it's beneficial to play with sliders within a league at all? For example, brought to my attention, pass defense is a little bit sus at minimum. Would it be something you'd want to consider that we move the slider from 50 upwards, perhaps to gain some intelligence on the defensive side of the ball? Let us know in the comment section below. So separate them. What do you think about sliders? Leave them alone or good idea to play with? Excited to see what you guys have to say. For everybody at Daily Advanced Madden, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with Week 3.